Is there too much negativity in statue collecting in 2025? What is the state of collecting in 2025? Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back to another Carside Chat. I'm just enjoying my iced caffeinated beverage. Hope everybody's having a great day out there today. It's a very overcast, cold day here in Kansas, but I thought I would talk a little bit about collecting right now. Just got back from MegaCon, had Rogues Gallery Live. We had a chance to talk about how awesome it was to be part of the collecting community. Friendships have been forged because of this crazy hobby that we're living in. And that, for me, has been the best part. Newfound friendships, like-minded individuals, and the people that I surround myself with are overly, for the most part, positive collectors. But I have noticed lately a kind of a growing trend of negativity creeping in. And negativity has always been part of the hobby, right? Everybody has a voice. Everybody has the right to voice their opinion. And whether you agree with that person or not, right? Everybody has the right to do that. Now, it is what it is, right? It can be frustrating at times because sometimes the negativity creeps in and it ruins the hobby. It ruins the excitement for someone else. The thing that really bothers me is like when somebody posts about how much they love their brand new statue and how excited they are, and then somebody craps all over it by their negativity in the comments, right? It's like, just let them have their flowers there. Like, let them have their moment of excitement. But people, I think, a lot of times are just unhappy. They're unhappy individuals and keyboard warriors, okay? But again, everybody has the right to say whatever they want to say. But it does, to me, it does ruin things. When it comes to critiquing a product or critiquing a company, we're seeing a lot of that lately where I've seen it especially with Tweeterhead, I've seen it with PCS, I've seen it with companies where people are just crapping all over the company. And sometimes maybe rightfully so, depending on if customer service is bad and all of that stuff. We've talked about it ad nauseum here on the channel. And the critiquing, I think, can be good sometimes because that can maybe drive the company to get better, maybe drive the product to be better, that sort of thing, right? As long as it's constructive. And I think that's okay. But again, for me, the negativity creeping in just to be bitchy about something, just to have that say where, I don't know, just kind of spewing hatred, I guess, that bothers me. And I know it bothers a lot of other collectors too. And it ruins, like I said, it ruins the excitement. Now, why is there so much frustration? Why? Well, there's probably a lot of reasons why people are feeling that way. High costs, delays, shipping. I just bought a Prime 1 piece this week. Or I got my shipping notification, my charge deal, and it was $560 or something like that. $560 to ship a statue to me. That's a lot of freaking money, right? That's almost another statue. So that's annoying. It's frustrating. But going into 2025, if you know that you're going to buy a Prime 1 piece or a J&D or one of these overseas, at least for me, overseas companies, you're going to pay a premium in the shipping. Our company's padding shipping, I absolutely believe they are. Does that suck? Yes. Do I want the product? Yes. Could I go through another retailer? Possibly. But a lot of times you wait for that. I'm impatient when it comes to getting my stuff. I like to have it, yesterday, just like you guys do. But I know that all of those factors, frustrations in the world, frustrations with politics or finances or your job, all of that combined creates a sense of worry, panic, and negativity in us. right? And so I think that that's why it's starting to creep in even more. It's just a product of the world we live in. If things were better in our world, if things were happier in our world, I think that maybe people would be maybe a little less vocal with their negativity. Maybe, I don't know. Again, I'm just spitballing here. But I don't know. When I said it was a state of collecting, I do worry about this hobby. I've seen a lot of people go. I've seen a lot of people kind of turn to the negativity side of things. And when you turn to the negativity side of things, I think you're going to be buying less probably. You're going to be a little bit more critical about what you buy, a little bit more cautious. I think we're all being cautious right now. Because we have to be. You know, if you're paying $2,000 for a statue, you better damn well like it. And when you get it in, I can understand you better damn well love it, right? And if you don't, hopefully the company will take care of you and blah, blah, blah. But there are times where I feel like the hobby's on its last legs. There are hardcore collectors still, like us crazy ones. If you're watching this, you're probably hardcore. But I feel like we are the last vestiges. I don't know if that's the right word, but we're like the last ones. There are still people that are stumbling upon the hobby, and they're real happy with what they're getting. You know, they don't remember the glory days because they weren't part of them. So I'm still glad that there are new collectors. It bothers me that the companies aren't at the shows, except for like PCS, Pure Arts. Those are the last two that I've seen recently that are represented at the shows. So I salute my rock on to you guys, because I think that does put new eyes on product. And we've talked a lot about that, how we feel like that's important to get new collectors, because if we do feel like the hobby's on its last legs, maybe you'll disagree with me. Again, this is just one dude's thoughts, right? But for me, again, even if this hobby does end up dying, even if it does wash out and there's less stuff coming out, again, for me, my favorite thing has been the friendships, has been the community aspect of this. And even if the statues get less and blah, 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 I still feel like we still will have our community together. Will people come and go? Yes. Will people leave because they're not collecting anymore? Sure. But I don't know. I've got friendships through this hobby that will never die, even if we're not collecting anymore, right? And that's what's been so special about the hobby. So there are times where I do feel like that things might not get better, that we're still going to have stuff coming out, great stuff from, again, PCS, Tweeterhead, Sideshow, Pure Arts, XM. Probably not. It's not looking real good. I just saw that their creative director is done with the company. Prime One, Queen. I'm still very hopeful. I'm still very hopeful in 2025 that product will continue to be delivered, product will continue to make collectors happy. Because again, at the end of the day, that's what all of this is for. It is to make collectors happy. Connect with their childhood, right? Connect with things that mean something to them. And let you escape from all of the negativity that I was talking about earlier. And again, that's where we come full circle with the negativity, because that's, again, it just keeps creeping in. I know I've talked to companies, and they are really frustrated with the negativity. But did the companies, in some regards, shoot themselves in the foot with their high costs? Yes. Their shipping costs? Yes. So it is frustrating to see the hobby in its current state. I'm curious how you feel. Where do you weigh in on negativity? Do you feel like there's a fine line between being constructive and just spewing hate? Where do you feel right now we are in terms of your excitement level? Where are you at? Are you still excited? Do you still get that Christmas morning feeling when you get a new statue in? Do you still get that feeling of the hunt, the chase for that new shiny new thing? Again, I don't have any answers. Again, it's just my thoughts on this cold Saturday morning here in Kansas. Again, cheers to anyone trying to wake up today. But just like anything, like I always say, like it's one of these, right? Ups and downs. But again, I keep going back to this last weekend with MegaCon. I had the time of my life with my friends. We talked about collecting a little bit. We talked about art. We talked about life. Things going on in our lives. And that, again, to me is even better than the hobby itself. Friendships we've created, the connections we've created through platforms like this, not just the Batman statue collector, but other groups as well, other YouTube channels. I'm just happy to be a small part of all of that. And I'm really happy that you have found this community, because even though it might be negative, there's still always going to be way more freaking positive than negative. Always. Negative bangs the drum the loudest, but there's way more positive people out there than those few negative. And again, if you're somebody that's negative, I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just part of the deal, right? But if you are a negative person and you always are finding fault in everything, try to look at the bright side of something. Try to get some enjoyment from this hobby. And your enjoyment might spark enjoyment in someone else. To me, that's what this world needs right now, is more happiness, less doom and gloom, right? Again, that's just my 2 cents from a Batman statue collector. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I've rambled on way longer than I was expecting to ramble on. I had no idea what I was going to say today, but these are just my current thoughts right now. I'm still optimistic. I'm tired of the negativity, but again, it's all part of it. It's all part of it. I understand it. I get it. But again, I'm going to keep trying to be positive as best as I can. You guys know me. Let me know your thoughts on all this, okay? All right, I'm going to let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you continue to be good to yourself and each other. Take a day for your mental health. Go buy you a statue. Go buy you something that's going to make you happy, okay? If you have the ability, if you have the funds, go enjoy this hobby, and your enjoyment, your happiness will then carry over to somebody else's happiness, because they'll see how happy you are, right? Domino effect. All right. I get it. Keep saying I'm going to quit rambling. I actually am this time. I'll see you guys in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.